Hey guys, KingBar06 here, and we're back with another video. In this video, you guys are going to see me practicing, more specifically, I'm practicing female torsos, as you guys can see from the title and the thumbnail image you see on the screen. In this video, I'll be discussing my art journey, some of my current art ideas, and overall my final thoughts and any random stuff that I would like to discuss. Throughout my life, I've mostly dabbled in art. Growing up, I would just draw my notebooks after I was done using them during my years in school. I drew all sorts of things, and this was back before I finished any anime. Regardless of that, I did see some of Dragon Ball Z, so I did draw Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, and I believe I've drawn Tien, I've drawn Krillin, and I've potentially drawn Piccolo. I even tried grading my own Saiyans and made a small comic of Gohan transforming into Super Saiyan on Namek over Goku. Back then, I didn't use YouTube to improve my craft because I was focused on just doodling and enjoying the process. Later on through my life, however, I did learn some basic techniques such as perspective and being able to create multiple tones with just one pencil. I even used that once to draw a self-portrait, and it turned out quite well. To be honest, it seems that I have quite the ability to copy whatever I see. Now, to discuss my digital art journey specifically. In 2019, I was scrolling through Amino, which is a similar app to Discord, but more focused on highlighting each and every post someone makes, along with being able to create group chats within a given community, both public and private. I found someone who turned a traditional sketch into a fully digital artwork, and I asked them about it. They told me about Ibis Paint X, and then I was off. I started out by turning my traditional drawings into digital artworks, and then more than a year later, I decided to start trying to draw with just my fingers. I started small by just sketching out faces, and then came my first fully digital artwork, a fan art of Lapis Lazuli from Steven Universe. This was back in April of 2020 when I started doing polls for who I should draw next. That's the only reason I drew Venom, Lapis Lazuli, and Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. Generally, I don't draw characters from series that I'm not familiar with. With that in mind, if you guys have any ideas for who or what you want me to draw for my next videos, then put it down in the comments or in my Discord server, and I'll combine them all into one poll. It's been a while since I've done so I thought, why not? Going back to now, I'm simply trying to develop my style even further and refine my skills more and more. Hence, I've been watching more tutorials and having practice sessions such as the one you're seeing right here. Speaking of, I will be doing a practice session for lips, and I might do the same for male torsos as well, so look forward to that in the near future. Shout out to Mikey Mecha Mega for his multitude of recent tutorials and drawing different parts of the female figure. Robert Marzullo for showing me the beam method for drawing torsos, which has really helped out a lot, and it's really allowed me to just draw torsos better, both female and male. And Cameron R. Marshall for his tutorial on the beam method, which showcased how to use the beam shape for male and female torsos, as well as the other examples he had within that one specific video. Right now, I'm simply trying to change things up, and ideally I want to be able to draw faster. As you guys know, animation requires a multitude of drawings, aka frames, so if I do a full body, it would take quite a while to create even a 10-second animation. And keep in mind the anime on 18 frames per second, so 18 times 10, that'd be 180 frames. And I spend roughly 4 hours on a full piece with one character in it. But to be fair, a good portion of that, I'd say about 25%, comes from creating backgrounds for said drawings. As of now, I have a separate Google Doc called Creative Ideas Artistic Endeavors. It has all my ideas for art projects and animations, and I'll go over some of my favorite ideas that I already have jotted down. First of all, I have an animation that I've already started some of the production on, and you guys will simply have to wait until I come out with the trailer for it, so I won't be talking about that one specifically. As far as my other animation ideas go, I have quite a few that I want to pursue. The one I'm most excited for is sports battles. Essentially, this would be like a stick fight animation in which each side would specialize in using an item or item prominent to a specific sport. For basketball, it would be a basketball. Baseball, it would be a baseball and baseball bat. Golf would be a golf ball and a club. Driver, an iron, a wedge, a putter, etc. You guys get the idea. The idea is to combine fighting with sports in an explosive and flashy style, and to enhance the two together and create something innovative and overall spectacular. Another general idea would be moving fight scenes, so fights that occur while the participants are in motion, like two people fighting on a car moving down the freeway or a chase on the water with jet skis. Essentially the type of stuff that you expect from action movies like Mission Impossible, for example. I have some stuff in my head for that, but in comparison to a more regular fight, like my Tan versus Brown, there are more moving parts to that than I have to figure out. The thing about me is I can come up with a huge amount of ideas that excite me, but sometimes when it comes down to executing, especially for animations, I just lose that drive and I stop before I finish. For example, the first Tan vs. Brown was supposed to be 3 minutes long, and the sequel is supposed to be just as long. Part of the reason is that I come up with a new idea as I'm working on something, and the excitement for that makes me lose my excitement for what I'm working on at that time. Because of this, in the future, I'm just going to make sure to just flow with wherever my passion is and keep going with that. As far as art projects go specifically, one thing that I recently thought of doing is more art competitions. Back when I used Amino a lot, I would participate in the drawing competitions that were available, and I even participated in the Newgrounds Christmas event last year. I was just thinking that I wanted to get my name out there more, and maybe that's the way. However, my passion is my driving force, so it's difficult to stray from that. In case you guys are wondering why I haven't posted as much art as I did last year, I'm simply been taking more time to myself to exercise and improve myself physically, so I simply haven't had as much time to create artwork or come up with ideas. I apologize for that slight tangent, but I felt like it needed to be said. With that out of the way, one of the ideas I have is a Natsu Dragoneel redraw. I plan on redrawing Fairy Tail. This would be my third watch overall, and take notes on every episodes. I plan on doing this for Bleach and Black Clover at some point. In fact, I've seen the first episode of Black Clover at least 3 times now. Back when I was rewatching Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, I came up with the idea of creating 1920 by 1080 squad posters for each of some of the squads within the series. Team 7, Team 8, Shikacho, or Team 10, Team Guy, etc. And I also wanted to do portraits of Naruto characters. Speaking of, I'm in the process of creating a board with portraits of 30 female Naruto characters, and I will use that from the potential Naruto fusion videos that might happen in the near future. The board is a 6x5, and so I will be making 6 videos with each one showcasing 5 of the portraits. As of now, I've only finished Hinata and Nino from the start of Shippuden, and I've exclusively posted it on Discord, so if you want to see the results of that, you'll have to check it out there. But keep in mind, those are like at least a couple months old, so just keep that in mind. My last Naruto video is a standoff between one of my last ideas is a standoff between Naruto and Sasuke. Especially the two, essentially the two would face each other, and toward their backs there would be different versions of them going from childhood to the end of Shippuden. Kind of like how when Naruto and Sasuke went for the final Rasengan and Chidori clash, they showed the different versions of Naruto and Sasuke as they're going at each other. I don't know that I'm going to be doing that now, but we'll see. I was working on a Boruto artwork, but I found myself in a slump, and hence I decided to do a little bit of practice, and that is the reason this specific video exists. This happens to all artists at some point, some more than others. I am the type of guy to just keep on pushing, so no matter what, I'm not going to quit. As I've gone on about some of my art ideas, let me wrap this up and briefly list some of my other ideas. Redraws in the Dragon Ball Super Broly art style, redraws in the One Piece art style challenge, redrawing different Naruto moments in different genres, and I have some anime and video game poster ideas as well. Since there isn't much time left for the speed paint, let me go over my final thoughts on any other stuff I'd like to touch up on in this specific video. As I said earlier, I will be doing another practice session, which will be next week's video for drawing lips, and beyond that, I don't have any immediate plans for any other videos. I'll be checking out Newgrounds and possibly Amino to see if there are any competitions that have any real interest to me, and I'll be sure to announce it in my Discord if I choose to participate in any of them. Hey, maybe one of you can join, and we can compete to see who comes out on top. I've always been a competitor at heart, so I always enjoy trying to best somebody, especially in athletics, but I would enjoy competing in art as well. I can't wait for the next video, and hopefully my next major project will come out soon. I don't know what I'll be drawing next for that project, but I do know that it'll be better than the last. That's how I live my life, to be better than I was yesterday. That is also the motto of Team Guy and their main motivation in defeating their copies on the Kazekage rescue mission, which is the first major arc in Naruto Shippuden. There's really nothing else to say beyond that, so I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, check out my Twitter and Discord, both are in the description. If you want to know what I'm currently doing or thinking about, those two places are the best places to go. I will see you guys next time.